op Big 30. Moneybagg Yo and Big 30 came up repping the same city, the same movement, and at one point, the same label. But now they locked in one of the coldest fallouts Memphis has seen in years, with Big 30 turning into one of Moneybagg's favorite ops. When Big 30 first linked up with Bread Gang, it looked like a win for everybody. Moneybagg Yo was already making moves at the top, and Big 30 had the streets of South Memphis
I ain't know they
buzzing
was
with his
beefing.
Chopper Gang ties. Moneybagg put Big 30 in position to win, showing him how to turn street cred into chart numbers. But by 2024, the situation was falling apart. In May 2024, a leaked diss track from Moneybagg Yo changed everything. On the track, Moneybagg called Big 30 out for falling off, gambling problems, and allegedly moving foul behind the scenes. I want everybody to win, Moneybagg rapped. If I sign you, I'm letting you win. What I'm holding you back for? Moneybagg accused Big 30 of plotting moves behind his back, capping to try to wiggle out his deal, and blaming everyone but himself for fumbling the bag. He even touched on deeper wounds, mentioning Nusky, Big 30's cousin, and Moneybagg's artist who had been tragically killed. Moneybagg made it clear he took that loss personally and still carried the weight. Big 30 wasn't about to let the shots fly without clapping back. He jumped online and claimed the first part of the diss wasn't even aimed at him. He said it was about another artist, Tripstar. But then Big 30 let it be known there was real tension. He said he paid Moneybagg nearly $1 million to get out of his contract and still walked off with $2 million in his pockets. Then he really turned up, accusing Moneybagg of signing artists for protection because he was getting extorted in the city. Big 30
Damn,
also called out Moneybagg for
never knew
mentioning
about none of
Nusky's
this.
name when he allegedly didn't even show up to his funeral. Before he signed with Bread Gang, Nusky was known for being one of the most active young dudes in Memphis. He went to jail at 14, came home at 18, and started rapping heavy after
Crazy.
Moneybagg showed him $700,000
So he said he went to jail at 14, came home at 18. Nigga missed his whole high school 4 years. That's crazy.
cash and convinced him to leave the streets behind. Nusky was making moves, but in January 2022, he was gunned down in Whitehaven. His death rocked the city and left Moneybagg and Big 30 both grieving. But now that history's being dragged into the beat, Big 30's story didn't start with Moneybagg Yo, though. He came up with Pooh Shiesty, founding Chopper Gang and
What
building
the
their buzz
fuck?
way before.
Bro, these AI voices are terrible. This nigga just said Pushisti, nigga. Pushisti.
Came up with Pooh Shiesty, founding Chopper Gang and
Pushisti. Bro, improve your AI voice, bro.
building
Like,
their buzz
bro,
way before either of
Pushisti.
them hit the industry. Big 30 was catching charges early, kicked out of school, and surviving by hustling with his crew. When the rap wave hit, they rode it all the way to the top. Big 30 linked with Moneybagg, while Pooh Shiesty got signed by Gucci
Now I
Mane.
wanna stay right.
Everything seemed up until the streets and the industry started pulling them apart. In 2020, Pooh Shiesty got locked for a robbery and
Now I
shooting
wanna
in
stay
Florida.
wrong.
Around the same time, Big 30 caught a case crossing state lines with guns, cash, and drugs. Meanwhile, he had an awkward moment with Gucci Mane after posting a pic that Gucci clowned,
Mayne?
saying, "We met once." Fans thought Big 30 might have had a bigger bag waiting with Gucci, but he stayed loyal to Bread Gang. Even with Pooh Shiesty locked, Big 30 kept pushing. He dropped B in 2021, featuring major names like Lil Durk, Future, and Offset. He even made the XXL freshman list in 2022 alongside Big Scar. But after Big Scar's death from an
RIP Big
overdose
Scar.
and Pooh Shiesty's long prison sentence, Big 30's momentum slowed heavy. Then Moneybagg aired out some personal plays, claiming he gave Big 30 his old jewelry after buying new pieces at Johnny Dang for $50,000. Moneybagg felt disrespected when Big 30 allegedly spoke down on him after all the help. Big 30 responded again on Facebook, calling Moneybagg's gifts cheap-ass Cardi watches and flexing that he's been getting his own money since 18. He also threw shade by clowning Moneybagg's fashion choices, saying he only wears brands after Lil Baby rocks them first, and even called Lil Baby his daddy. This whole
Mm,
situation got even
I
crazier when
never
Big
heard
30
about none of
claimed
this.
Moneybagg signed him and Nusky
It's
just to
crazy.
have muscle in Memphis. But Big Homie G, another Bread Gang artist from the same part of the city, jumped in and said that's all cap. He said they were moving around 6 deep with choppers. They never needed protection. Fans who watched Moneybagg Yo's rise already know he's had messy fallouts before. Moneybagg came from the south side of Memphis. But when he signed with Yo Gotti, some dudes back home felt like he switched sides. Yo Gotti and Young Mob, Moneybagg's old crew, had deadly beef, with shootings and blood spilled in the city. Even Moneybagg's own father called him out for signing with Gotti. But to Moneybagg, it was all business. He saw an opportunity to change his life, and he took it. Moneybagg said it best himself. If you showed me more loyalty before all that, maybe I would have thought about it, but it was already just me anyway. Now with Big 30 beefing him heavy, it's another chapter in the story. A city like Memphis, where street politics run deep, it's hard to separate rap from real beef. Both Moneybagg and Big 30 got deep trenches ties, and everyone's hoping the situation stays in the booth and doesn't spill into the streets. One thing's for sure though, when it comes to Moneybagg Yo's favorite op right now, it's Big 30, no question.